The civil society network planned protest in Soufriere had to wait for an unsanctioned one in the same location. The CSN had gathered to protest water privatization and the development on Piton. Employees from that construction site had come together to defend their livelihood. Their protest was unsanctioned and took place mainly in front of a bar. Flavia Cherry, the president of the Civil Society Network, questioned the motivation of the protesting workers.
We noticed very early on that the contractors came down with the workers on a truck, and we noticed they took them to the bars and were offering free drinks to anybody who would hold a placard. So we're not surprised, and it is just a sign of desperation.
And it was desperation that spurred workers like Vale Joseph. He and others say they want to continue working at their job. Joseph also pondered why people were surprised someone who bought land wanted to build on it.
If there was more houses and this one was the first one, okay, they would do something about it. But come on, there's a whole bunch of houses that was already built there. And again, he bought his land. You don't expect this guy to leave his land just staring at him or just herding cows or something on this land. He bought it for a reason, not to just come down to Central and sit on a rock and look at the land.
Support for the CSN No Build on Piton stance came from an environmentalist who resides in Soufriere. Cherry also defended the protest. She says she was listening to the desires of the people in Soufriere.
Personally, I believe that there should be limited, if not no development within the PMA as an environmentalist. That's my stand.
Because this was an issue when we met with the residents, they asked us to bring it in. So we're not worried because we have been doing a lot of education. Up to yesterday, we spent all the day in the communities around Soufriere, so we got a lot of support from the people.
The chairman of the Organization for National Empowerment was part of the planned action. Peter Alexander challenged the striking workers to realize the issue at stake was bigger than their jobs.
Workers are entitled to their daily bread, we understand, but there are issues that are bigger than every one of us. And this issue is bigger than every one of us because it affects our national pride, our national heritage, and sometimes solutions have to understand these things.
The contractor on the Piton project, Leslie Mondesi, stood with his workers but would not comment on camera. There was also a visitor wielding a camera who residents say had bought the drinks for the workers. He too would not comment on camera. The workers waved placards more sophisticated than the ones carried by the CSN. No one would tell us where they had gotten them or who had prepared them. Carmi Joseph, HCS News, Channel 4.